It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down from the gun. This one's caught. Smith has it. Racing down the left side. Touchdown. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 6-0 lead right away. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock. And I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score a touchdown in the opening drive, level it a whole bunch.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Completed over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there. That stop came later than they like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Catch made left side by McConkey. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's another Chargers first down.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Now it's Cameron Ticker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own and tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and manageable, he's throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the
Offense in a hurry up here.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a jump.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. Here's the intensity we expected to play off. Defense goes big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Lofts one deep, center of the field. This is inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Working inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Working quickly here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
He gets a look up the middle. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on down through the end zone.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Baylor Tiger. Hey, Kappa.
Herbert out of his end zone. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
Set.
They'll throw, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up fourth and long.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
5-9. Cap. Hey, ram.
Herbert throwing again. That's cut beyond the marker. Runs around him, he's got space. He has it all the way inside the opposing 40. Offense up to the line fast.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
21. Hey, Ray. What is it?
Throwing on first is Herbert. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers break the tie here in the first. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's good for a New York first down. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. To throw here on first down. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over at the start of the next quarter. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. Finds a man right side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To throw, Herbert. He's got a man left. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now, Herbert. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
Again, it's Hinton. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert.
And goal to go.
He will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Dose of the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back-to-back carries here. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Junior Colosseum bringing an end to that play. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, New York.
Throwing now on 1st down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Running it now out of the gun. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first. Offense in the hurry up here.
44-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Fourth down, they're going to throw for it. This one's caught, Smith has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st down, New York.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Complete out to the right side. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Here's a give on 1st and goal. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground. Now he is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 4-yard line.
2nd and goal. They're going to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd goal.
4-yard line.
Looking in the air here. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, defensively, when you're staring down 3rd and goal, you just want to keep them out of the end zone. Just keep them to a field goal, right? Wrong. Not with this defense and not with their playmakers. They're thinking take it away, and they get the job done.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Fucking slant route complete. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Herbert from the gun. He has the first over the middle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Crowd rush. 5-9. Go.
It's Herbert once more. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he is down to the 30-yard line.
Go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain of 29 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Ram.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
21. Ready.
Now Herbert again. Complete here to Hampton. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Go. Hey, Kappa. Hey, easy. Go. Hey, go. Ready.
Herbert to throw once more. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get 4 points to end a lopsided first half. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 28, Jets 7.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. There's 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Throwing the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. We'll throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Baylor Tigers. Hey, go lock. Kappa. Why did they...
Here's Hampton, open and drive. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Go. Hey, ram.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. We've set it down from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ray. Set.
Herbert on first down. Can't connect on the running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes in the second down.
It's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our caps to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Herbert. Chased out to his right. Throwing the out route complete. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the end zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm?
And it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers throw the lead coming out of halftime. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Oh no, they get him yet again! And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick six. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, a big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick 6. Has him on the quick hitter. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Jets 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's past the 25.
How he ran right by? How he ran right by him, man? Come on, bro.
Cut into the lead.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back.
He
Definitely
just ran right by him, dog.
touch this game. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will trail by 25. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. He's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Set. 380.
to throw. Herbert. Look at that power. Deep left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Let's go.
On third down, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Jets.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the counter, it's Hampton. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule to take some of the starch out of that front seven.
5-9. Ready.
It's Hampton on second. He's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Set. Go.
Now Herbert to throw. Throw caught at the 6. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Charger ball. The Bolts just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason.
Grenade.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Set.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers continue piling it on here in the 4th. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again.
Jets 17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast.
Number 3. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He was brought down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 3. And the Jets
To throw here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
4-yard gain.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Jets.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
Working inside the red zone. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Chargers getting set. First and 10.
Hey, Ram. Hey, Ray. Ready?
Herbert now. Finds a seam down the middle. Along the right sideline. There's space. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers keep running away with this. Ticker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers continue adding on to that lead.
Jets 24.
Ticker all lined up and ready to put it away.
For the Chargers.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. And goes to the hurry up here. Back to pass on first and 10. Completed left side to Smith. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He's got Smith again. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Throwing it again here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
First and goal, New York.
Going ground on first and goal. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Second and goal, they're going to throw. Has it in close. And that's a New York touchdown. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to really get your job done.
Jets 31.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, go Lion. Set. Crowd right.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is a heater going deep. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. He fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a gain of 22. And it's good for a New York first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Looking quickly here.
He's brought down over 31. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
Throwing
6.
now out of the shotgun. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Offense in the hurry up here. From the red zone on first. Brought in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
To pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Jets trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. I'll throw it. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see it throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was a great design and a tremendous execution.
Well, don't look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Baylor tight. Home trips right.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. It is caught left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
21. Hey, Catholic. Baylor Tiger. Baylor.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
Go. Ray. Set.
Herbert to throw once more. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Brings up second and
Takes the second down snap. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in a hurry up here.
gain of 4. And it's third down.
Shotgun now on third down. And they pick him off again. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Chargers have it after forcing his 4th INT in the day.
Chargers take over first and
I'll
10.
hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
They're going to pass it here. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Home troops right. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Offense up to the line
It's a
fast.
loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at the 37-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Sends this to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way, still taking shots until the very last play. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Well, safe to say, Brock, the nerves are out of the way. Their playoff run officially off and running as they punch their ticket to that divisional round.
Yeah, and we know through the years this wild card round is never taken lightly. Crazy things happen every year as the playoffs begin, and we can't forget, for a lot of these guys, it's their first experience of the postseason, and they acquainted themselves to the playoff atmosphere, I'd say pretty darn well.